Hey everyone, it's Josh Thomas here from TheBitBlock with our video review on Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is everything you want in a Smash experience. You pick your favorite Nintendo character and you duke it out with your friends in crazy Nintendo-themed arenas. This time around, there's definitely a nice balance to the gameplay. It's not too fast like Melee, and it's not a bit too floaty like in Brawl. It feels just right. Don't get me wrong, I love both of those games, but this new Smash definitely feels better. Now naturally, every character has their own unique way of playing. Testing everybody out and learning their playstyles is part of the fun. Some characters are very fast and agile, some are really strong and they can deal great damage, and some of them are more close range with combat, and then others are really more about defense and using their projectiles. Not a fan of Yoshi's egg roll attack? Well, you could always customize it to the heavy egg roll, which is slower but it'll deal more damage when you hit somebody. Or maybe instead of using Fox's normal reflector, you could always try his amplified reflector. It'll send projectiles back at twice the speed and power, but it's a little bit slower to activate. There's a total of 12 special moves for every character, so picking your favorite combinations is very fun. I really think the ability to change up the moveset for characters is something really special, and it makes even old characters feel a bit new again. Even if your friend also plays as the same character as you, they may have a totally different playstyle setup, and it really adds a lot of personality to the gameplay. Smash Wii U has a ton of controller options too. You can use the Wii Remote, Nunchuck, Wii U Pro Controller, Gamepad, and even the Nintendo 3DS system for some random reason. Not to mention a brand new peripheral that even allows you to use the Nintendo GameCube controller. For me personally, I really love using the Wii U Pro Controller for this game. Naturally, you can also customize the button layout for your profile. Finally, one of the biggest, most important features that has always set the Super Smash Bros. Series apart from any other fighting game, the items. And this time around, there is a massive 71 items to play with, and of course they all come from various Nintendo-related games. I really feel if you're a truly skilled Smash Bros. Player, you're going to be able to master the combat as well as the many dangerous items. There's the Rocket Belt from Pilot Wings, Cuckoos from The Legend of Zelda, Bullet Bill from Super Mario, a beehive from Animal Crossing, and even some items from the game's third-party character guests. They're all super fun to use, and mastering how to use them and defend yourself against them is pretty challenging. They add lots of personality and mayhem to the Super Smash Bros. Experience. Smash Wii U is a pretty darn nice looking game. However, you will find some lacking texture work in stages that appears a little bit lower resolution than it should. Some stages just look a bit dated at times. The characters themselves look pretty nice, and they're all animated quite well. In fact, I really like how they toned down the detail in the character textures, and they went with a more bold color approach. It really makes the characters pop and stand out more. Of course, when it comes to visuals, one of the great things about Super Smash Bros. Is that it combines characters and worlds from so many different titles. And because of this, you get loads of variety. Whether you're heating things up in the Pyrosphere from Metroid, soaring above the skies of Skyloft from The Legend of Zelda, swinging around the jungle hijinks from DKC Returns, exploring the beautiful Garden of Hope from Pikmin, or fighting on top of ships in space in the Orbital Gate Assault from Star Fox. It's all very fun to look at. I really believe it's the variety in stage design that keeps things fresh and exciting. However, there are several returning stages from previous versions of Smash, and some of them, well, they're starting to show their age, even if they are in HD. Redesigning the returning stages to actually look like Wii U quality arenas would have definitely gone a long way. The soundtrack to Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is phenomenal. There is so much variety here in terms of what type of games are represented, as well as genres of music in the brand new remixes. Just like in Brawl on the Wii, you can customize which songs are most likely to play in every stage. It's a really great feature, and it's also just kind of a great way to sit back and listen to all of this amazing music. Alright, so replay value is where Super Smash Bros. Really shines. This game is jam-packed with content. For starters, the game features 52 playable characters and 47 stages to battle in. But simply just fighting isn't what Smash Bros. Is all about. There are many additional modes to check out as well. Both Classic and All-Star mode make a return once again, though I have to say the Classic mode has been pretty dumbed down, and it's really not that fun to play through. Basically, you move your character trophy around in this very simple board, and you'll take on a horde of enemies in a battle. You just keep doing that over and over until you eventually take on Master Hand. It's kind of lame, because Classic mode used to have a lot of cool bonus games like Break the Targets, Race to the Finish, Board the Platforms, and several others. But now, it's really just fighting. However, I do like that you can use your coins to take on harder difficulties, and Classic mode is a great way to earn a lot of trophies, special moves, and other bonuses. It's just a shame that it's kind of bland. The Stage Builder makes a return from Brawl, and sadly, it's just as vapid as ever. It really stifles creativity by not giving you anything to really work with. You get a tiny handful of props, like a platform, spring, a cannon, and lava, and that's about it. The mode does, however, make creative use of the gamepad by allowing you to literally draw the terrain. It's kind of neat. Unfortunately, you're very limited to how much you can draw without running out of space. Stage Builder mode is probably the most lacking mode in this entire game. Now, Smash Tour is very impressive. It's a Smash Brothers style board game where you play as your Mii and you roll to move around a board and collect power-ups and characters to then use in battle. It might seem kind of complicated at first, but after a few tries, myself and friends found ourselves totally addicted to it. It's fun using the trophies as items and seeing what all of them do. It's also cool how the characters you collect on the board more or less kind of act like stock while fighting. The special matches the game throws at you all have different themes, like maybe a match with all gun items or everybody is giant. This mode definitely delivers big time. I kinda love it. And since we're chatting about replay value, oh man, I am completely hooked on collecting the hundreds of trophies that this game has to find. There's even a brand new shop where you can use the gold coins that you've collected to buy more trophies. They have their own little boxes and everything. It's pretty adorable. Another new feature with the trophies are the display cases. This is cool because it lets you see how many you have left to discover in a certain category. It's nice to kind of see them all categorized. Let's just say I'm more than excited that there is a trophy for Captain Rainbow in this game. The events also make a return here. I really like these special Smash challenges quite a bit. They can be really creative and they definitely add in replay value. You can even play cooperative events. Even Master Hand and Crazy Hand have their own mode known as Special Orders. Basically, they're additional challenges that you purchase with gold or special tickets. Seeing how far you can push yourself without dying in the Crazy Orders can be, well, quite challenging. And finally, you can also collect amiibos, which of course are real-life figures that are sold in stores that you can then scan on your gamepad controller. In Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, the amiibo figures will act as computer-controlled characters that you fight against to level them up. And well, that's basically it. Honestly, the amiibo support in Smash feels kind of unambitious. It can be kind of cool to use your amiibo to fight against a friend's amiibo, but it's not really something worth investing in for just this game. To put it simply, I like the idea of amiibos, but their implementation here in Smash just really isn't too necessary in my opinion. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is a fantastic game. It really does manage to be what we want from the series, but maximized. There are more characters, more stages, more items, more options, and even more modes than ever before. A few of the returning stages are a bit questionable, and I do feel like there were some more popular choices they could have gone with. For example, Hyrule Castle from the N64. I also want to mention the new ability to play with up to 8 players at once. I don't really like it personally. Things are just way too chaotic, and it's quite difficult to keep track of where you are at all times. 8-player Smash only really kind of works on a couple of the gigantic stages. It just feels unneeded, and it proves that sometimes less is more. I really do love being able to customize my characters and unlock new variations of their moves. It's one of the standout features in this game, I think. Though I am kind of disappointed that the stage builder is so lifeless and empty, the idea of a fully featured stage builder in Super Smash Bros. Is pretty enticing, but that's certainly not what we get here. But even with a few features that don't really quite work for me, there's no denying that this is possibly the best fighting/party game any developer has ever created. Brace yourself, because Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is going to keep you busy for many years to come. This is an experience that only Nintendo could deliver. Hey, thanks for watching this video from TheBitBlock. If you want to stay up to date on tons of exclusive Nintendo content, be sure to subscribe by clicking here. And if you don't want the fun to end, you can check out more Nintendo coverage by clicking over here.